Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing 5 more looks using one palette, and if this is your first video that you've seen from me, I've started this brand new series on my channel where I create 5 very easy looks using one palette. So recently I did a Target haul, and in that haul I shared this itty bitty tiny e.l.f. Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. And I was telling you guys in that video that it would be really cool for me to do like 5 looks using only 4 shades. So a lot of you agreed with me in that video, and I also had, I think I saw one comment where they actually dared me to do this, because honestly this is challenging. I'm gonna tell you now, this was very challenging for me, because 5 looks using only 4 shades in this itty bitty palette, like I had to really just think about what looks I wanted to create. And honestly, before I turned this camera on to do these tutorials, I had to literally sit here and think, okay, would this shade go with this shade? What could I do next? I already used this shade. So it was challenging, but at the same time, it was really fun for me. So I'm excited, and like I said, if you are new to my channel, I do have a playlist down below if you guys want to kind of catch up on all the other ones that I filmed. So that way you can kind of see different looks using only one palette in each video. So yes, let's just go ahead and jump into these tutorials so I can show you guys my easy looks that I created with this. Oh, by the way, this one is the Carnival candy one. So yeah, let's go. All right guys, so this first look is gonna be my signature one shadow look. So I'm gonna dip into this burgundy color right here, but I'm also gonna kind of amp it up this time and work with the blue on the waterline. So I'll show you guys that in a few minutes. But first, let's dip into this color, and I'm using my Morphe M504 blending brush. And since this is the first look, this is actually my first time using these shadows. So let's see how it performs on the eyes. Ooh, okay, pigment. Ooh, I like this color. Nice. Okay, yeah, so we're just packing it all over my lid before we start blending, just making sure most of that color is packed on the lid. All right, now that it's basically all over the lid, I'm gonna wipe the brush off a little bit on a dry napkin just to get most of that product off, so that way I won't build too much of that color in the crease. And now we're gonna stick with that same brush and just lightly start blending it into the crease so that way it can fade up. Okay y'all, I am attempting to film 3 videos right now. So I'm gonna hope and pray that I don't get too tired, but I had this idea to kind of knock out 3 birds with 1 stone. And if you are wondering, I do not film these 5 look one palette videos in one day. I do these 5 different days. So when I'm filming my videos, instead of me not filming the look, if that makes sense, I don't know. Basically, before I sit down to film a video, I already have the eyeshadow done because I've already filmed that clip of the eyeshadow. So that's how I squeeze them into my 5 look one palette series. Some of you are wondering, how in the world is she doing 5 looks in one day, taking off her makeup, putting it back on? Girl, no, I do not do that. That is too much time, and plus that would be like a total waste of makeup. But yeah, way too much time, and will be a total waste of makeup if I did it like that. Do you guys see how this blended? Look how pretty and smoky that looks. Okay, we are done with the top of the eyes. Now let's go to the waterline. I do want to dip into this shade, but the first thing I want to do is line my waterline with a pencil. So I decided to pull out this one out of my collection. This is the Revlon So Fierce Vinyl Eyeliner, and the shade is called Royal Rules. And I thought this would be a really pretty color to go with this blue instead of using a black. So since I always use black in my waterline, I decided to just switch it up today and just try out this one. This is my first time using this, by the way. But we're just gonna line my waterline. I don't know why my eyes always want to water every time I do this. Like, you would think as long as I've been doing makeup, my eyes would not bother me when I do my waterline. Okay, got it on. This was really creamy, so that was pretty easy to apply. But now let's go ahead and dip into the blue. I'm gonna take my little pencil shader brush from my brush set and dip it into the blue. Now this isn't a matte color, and I don't really use like metallics on my waterline, but since I already applied that blue liner, that's gonna really help it, so I won't really have to apply too much of this. But let me get a mirror. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and smoke out my waterline, kind of touching the eyeliner that I applied, so that way it can blend in really good with that eyeliner. So yeah, girl, this is how look number one looks. I went ahead and applied a little bit of mascara and then also applied my lashes. I like how the blue gave it that extra pop. You don't have to apply the blue if you don't want to, but if you just want to kind of amp up the look a little bit more, just apply a little bit of color on your waterline and you'll be good to go. Okay, next look, let's dip into two shades in this little palette. So I'm gonna dip into the lightest shade and also this color right here. I'm gonna start out with my Morphe M518 brush. All of my other Morphe brushes are dirty. I need to go ahead and wash them, but this is another really good blending brush that I like to use. So I'm gonna tap it into this color first. So we're just gonna tap it in there. There is a lot of that color on the brush, as y'all can see. So I think I'm just gonna place it right here on the outer part of my lid and kind of buffing it into the crease. That's actually nice. Yeah, so far these shades are working really, really good. So I'm just keeping it right there on the outer part of my lid and just buffing it into the crease. And I've already dipped this brush in the color about 3 times already because I do want to get it to where it looks a little bit darker, so you can see that you definitely can build up that color so it can look a little bit darker on your lid. So right here I'm just blending it out, going back and forth, staying in this area. I'm not pulling it all the way over. I'm just staying right here. And once I have it, I feel like that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. So once I have as much as I want right in this area, I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending in the crease and also kind of lightly diffusing that color up towards my arch or your brow bone, whatever you want to call it. So that way you can still see a little bit of the color, not much though. It's very soft and natural, but if you look at it really close, you can definitely see a little bit of that color right there. But I feel like this is like the same shade as my lid, but if you build it up, you'll see more of that color. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit more and place it on this part and then just kind of buff it up towards my arch, still staying right here, not pulling it all the way over. So we're just sticking to the same area of the eye. Okay, so you honestly can stop right here if you want. I think this is a really pretty soft look. You can just pop on your mascara, or if you want to put on your lashes, you can just stop right here and this will be a whole look right here. But I'm gonna go into the lighter shade. I'm gonna stick with that same brush that I use. I'm just wiping it off on a napkin, a dry napkin, and just to make sure most of that that eyeshadow is off, I'm just gonna lightly tap it into that shade right there. And this is where I'm basically gonna put it on the inner part of my lid. Okay, let me get a little bit more so it can show up just a little bit. So we're just placing it right here and just kind of buffing it over into that first shade that we use. So I'm pretty much lightening up this area of the eye with that lighter shade. And that's it, you guys. This was so easy. I went ahead and popped on a black liner on my waterline. I put on a little bit of mascara, and then of course my favorite lashes, which are the Ardell Remy lashes in the style 778. So yes, that is look number 2. Okay, y'all, so this next look, we're gonna attempt to use these 3 shades right here. So the blue, the burgundy, and also this really pretty nude color right here next to the last one. And I'm gonna start out with this Alamar Cosmetics blending brush, and I'm gonna dip it into the blue first. So there's a lot of product on there. Okay. Don't know how this is gonna come out, but we are about to see. I'm gonna tap it on the outer lid like this. So we're gonna start out on the edge and just blend that color. That's actually looking pretty freaking good if you ask me. All right, I'm gonna keep it right there for now. Before I start blending too much of it, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side right here. Now I am gonna take that same brush and just kind of wipe it off on a dry napkin to get most of that blue off, so there won't be too much of that color on the brush. And I'm gonna take the same brush and then just kind of buff it into the crease, so that way the blue can kind of blend into the crease. And I'm keeping it in this corner. I'm not dragging it all the way over. For some reason I like to do that with my shadows. Like, I don't always like to drag it all the way over. I always, well, most of the time I like to kind of blend it on the corner, especially when I'm working with darker shades, because I like how it kind of gives me that cat eye look. So we're just gonna buff it and then kind of buff it into the crease. Okay, I grabbed my Nabla Cosmetics Soft Dab and Smudge brush. This is a pretty dense type of brush, so it's just kind of flat on both sides. And I'm gonna put this in this color right here. And I'm gonna place it on the center of my lid, and also kind of dragging it into the blue just a little bit. And just keeping it in the center. I'm gonna wipe that brush off, and I'm going to kind of blend that blue into the red just a little bit, like right there where they meet, so it can blend together. I'm gonna take that first brush again and dip it back into the blue and kind of go back on the outer part of the lid because we kind of lost some of that blue. And while I'm doing this, I'm kind of buffing it into that red too, so that way it can stay blended. All right, so before we start blending the top part right here, I know it looks a little choppy. Before we go there, I want to go in the inner corner, and I'm going to take that tan color using that same brush that I used in the last tutorial. This is the Morphe M515. And taking that color and just tapping it on, and just tapping it right here where we didn't apply any eyeshadow yet. We're just blending it right there. And as I put it right here, I'm also gonna bring it up into the crease so I can kind of blend, just blend in the crease like this. Does that even look right? Okay, I need to add a little bit more red, but let me do the same thing on this side. Oh, and as I'm blending in this area, I'm also taking the brush and wiping it off, so that way there's not too much of that blue getting caught up in there. So we really just want everything to just fade out in the crease, and also just kind of working everything up just a little bit so it can kind of fade, but not too much. So I'm gonna go back into that flat brush and taking a little bit more of that red and just placing it right there so that can blend into the blue. I feel like that tan shade honestly didn't do it any justice, so I'm gonna lighten the inner part up a little bit more with this lighter shade. So I'm gonna take that same brush that I was using for right in here, just kind of flip it over a little bit and going into the lighter shade and tapping it right here. This is just gonna brighten up that inner corner. I'm not putting too much, just enough of it to brighten it up some. All right, so I totally just cut this part out, but I went ahead and lined my waterline with my black liner by Joa Beauty. And I also kind of smudged it out a little bit using that blue. I just smudged it on the edges. I didn't take it all the way in right there. So just smudge it out like that. And that's it, girl. I honestly was second guessing this because I did not know where I was going with this look. But now that I see it all come together, it looks freaking good. All right, so I feel like we've been using this shade right here a lot, but we have yet to use it like as a one shade look. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this all over my lids and just see how it looks. I'm pretty sure it'll look good, but I just wanna use it as a one shadow look today. So the brush I'm using this time is my Sonia Kashuk Blending Crease Brush. And yeah, so let's tap this color all over. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I like using this brush just to pack the color on my lid. I don't really like to use it to diffuse the shadow out. I like my Morphe M504 more than any other blending brush because it just does so good with packing on that color and also blending and just diffusing that shadow. So right now, I'm just gonna stick with this just to pack that color all over the lid, and then I'm just gonna pick up that last brush that I used with this color since it's not too messed up, and I'll just use that to blend out my crease and also diffuse it up towards my brow bone. But right now we're just packing most of that color all over the lid. Now I can grab that brush. So it's called the Morphe M518 and it's very, very fluffy. So I'm gonna kind of go over the lid a little bit more and then start buffing it into the crease to blend everything out and make it look more soft, and then start diffusing it up towards my arch or the brow bone, however you want to call it, like that. But that's it. Very simple, very quick. And as always, I went ahead and applied my eyeliner on the waterline and then my mascara and then also my lashes. But this is a great everyday no makeup look. So this very last look, I just want to dip into two colors, and I kind of want to do the same thing as I did in the second look but using different shades. So instead of using this tan color, I'm going to dip into, I think it was the second look, I forgot, but I'm going to dip into the red and also this lighter color right here. So first, let's just dip into the red color, and I'm taking my Morphe M504 brush, and I'm just going to tap it on the corner of my lid. Then I'm gonna start blending it in the crease as well. So keeping the color right here on the corner and also in the crease. And now I'm gonna dip into the lighter shade using this Nabla Soft Dab Smudge Brush. And I'm just gonna pack this color on the inner part of my lid. So keeping most of the brightness right here. And then kind of sweeping it into that red shade. And that's it. I did the same thing as always. I applied a little bit of black eyeliner on the waterline. I applied some mascara and then my lashes. All right, guys, so those are all 5 looks using this itty bitty $3 palette from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I want to know which one was your favorite. Was it look number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or was it all of them? Let me know. So let's go ahead and chit chat about it down below in the comments. And yeah, so far I really like these shadows. They're very, very rich. They're easy to blend out, and I almost want to go and get another shade, like another one of these, just to kind of play with some more colors. But very impressed with these shadows, you guys. Very, very impressed. $3, you can't beat it, and you can pick it up from Target. I've only seen it in Target. and of course online, but I haven't seen it like in CVS or anywhere else. But yes, that is all that I have for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, I am doing my monthly giveaway all year, so every single month I give away one box to one person, and it's really easy to enter. All you have to do is make sure that you are already subscribed to my channel. Make sure you thumbs up the video, as well as leave a comment down below in the comment section, and I never want the comments to be anything about the giveaway. Let's talk about the e.l.f. shadows. If you've tried these out, which one is your favorite? I think they have a total of 5 or 6 of these. Can't remember how many, but which one is your favorite? And yeah, so also let me know which look was your favorite in today's video. So let's talk about it down below, and that is all, you guys. That is all that I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know by giving it a huge thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.